And this is all part of the process, right? So this is where you have to trust the process, okay? What's up, family? It's your man, Jeff Kilgore, back again. You already know how we do it. Business and mind all intertwined. And today we're going to talk about trusting the process of manifestation when dealing with the law of attraction, right? You ready? Come on, let's do it. Now, I know in the last video we talked about the secret and why it didn't work for you. And we established that the reason that it didn't work is because you didn't really take any inspired action, that big action, that major action. But I do feel the need to clear something up about this, all right? Now, action, when we're talking about action, there's a couple of different kinds of actions. You have aligned action and you have efforted or forced action. Now, when dealing with the law of attraction, action is best taken immediately. Soon as you get the idea, as soon as the thing pops into your head, you get this idea, you have this nudge, you get this intuitive, nudge from the universe that this is what I should be doing. You think of something, man, that's a wonderful idea. You know what? That feels right to me. That's what I should be doing, right? That's the time to take action. And that's also the time to take the biggest action that you can muster up at the time. Do whatever you can, some kind of major action. If it's a major goal, you want to take some kind of major action, but you want to do it immediately. And the reason for this is because if you don't take immediate action, what you do is give yourself time to talk yourself out of it. Your subconscious mind, everything in the world is going to try to talk you out of it because it wants to keep you safe. You can't do that. They're going to laugh at you. This never been done before. Who do you think you are? Well, everybody's doing that. You're just going to be another person doing it. Or why do you think you can do that? All kind of things creep into your mind. And so you begin to talk yourself out of it. That's why it's important to take immediate action when you get that intuitive nudge from within. Now, if you don't take immediate action, you leave room for doubt. And you don't want to allow doubt to creep in because that makes it that much harder for you to take that step, to take that action. Now, we talked about action, aligned action and efforted or forced action. Now, aligned action is going to feel right. Things are going to go right. It's going to fall into place. You're taking a major action, but things seem to fall into place. You talk to the person you needed to talk to. Whatever it is showed up when it needed to show up so that you can communicate with the people that you needed to communicate. Whatever it is, I'm speaking hypothetically, but whatever it is, it's going to feel right. It's going to feel good. Things are going to fall into place because you're aligned with the universe. This is aligned action. Now, efforted or forced action. Now, I'm not saying not to use efforted action. However, forced action doesn't really feel good. It feels difficult when you're doing it. It's a task. Things are hard to do. You can't get in touch with who you need to get in touch with. Things are just becoming a really difficult task. It doesn't flow with your good energy. Something's off. It feels forced. You're actually forcing yourself to take that action. This is why you want to take immediate action when you get the idea, because usually when you get that idea and you take immediate action, it flows so smoothly and things fall into place. So there's a difference in action. So I don't want you to misunderstand. When I said that the secret didn't work because you didn't take action, I don't mean for you to just forcefully, take action and bulldoze your way onto the scene. No. At this point, if you didn't take immediate action when you got that nudge, when you got that idea, then what you're going to have to do is listen to your feelings. You're going to have to understand when it's the right time. And now you're going to have to listen to the universe and get that nudge. And when the universe tells you that it's okay, when you get that push, then it's time to take action and it's going to feel right. This is how you're going to know that you're taking action at the right time and that you're aligned with the universe. It's going to feel right. It's going to feel good. Things are going to fall into place so that you can move a step closer to your goal. But when it's forced, it's like fitting a square peg into a round hole. things are going to seem off a little bit. And this is all part of the process, right? So this is where you have to trust the process, okay? Because think about this. If you send a letter in the mail, you live, let's say you live in Florida, you have relatives in California, and you send a letter in the mail. Now, depending on what type of service you send it with, let's just say a regular letter in the mail, it's going to take at the minimum 2 to 3 days to get there. Maybe more, but at least 2 to 3 days, probably 3 if it's going from Florida to California, right? So when you send a letter, whether you drop it in the mailbox or where you actually take it to the post office, you don't immediately go home or get on your cell phone and start calling the post office and saying, is it there yet? Do you have it? Is the package safe? Where is it at now? When will it be in the next state? You don't do that, right? What you do is trust the process, because you already know that it's scheduled to take 2 to 3, maybe 4 days to get there. So as soon as you send it, you don't immediately start checking on it. You trust that the postal service that you selected is going to do its job, right? So it's the same way. You trust the process. You trust that the universe is going to do what the universe does, right? So when you put that action out there, then you trust the process. When you get that idea, you have to trust that when I've taken action, I've done my part. Now I fall back. Now I let it go. Now I continue on with my life, and I continue doing. Now I keep the vision. I keep visualizing. I keep it in my mind. I keep believing that it's coming, but I'm not pressing. This is all a part of letting go, which I'll do a video on that as well. But it's all a part of letting go. You have to trust the process. And so, as I said, you don't check on the package as soon as you send it. You don't go home and start getting online, entering the tracking number and checking to see if it's there yet. You know it's not there yet. Because when you start checking the tracking number, so to speak, you start calling the post office, so to speak, checking on the package. When you do that in this scenario, you're telling the universe, this is showing a sign of doubt. Now, we talked about the secret in a previous video: ask, believe, and receive. Now, this is the believe part. You have to believe. Checking this tracking number as soon as you sent it off is showing a form of disbelief. It's showing you're not quite convinced that the package is going to get there. You're not quite convinced that the postal carrier is going to handle your package as it should, right? And so when you're doing this in this scenario, you're not quite saying that you trust the universe to handle your package as it should. You have to believe. Ask, believe, and receive. So trust the process. When you've taken that action, you've written the letter, you've sealed it up, you've given it the correct postage, you've dropped it in the mail, trust the process. You've done what you needed to do. The only thing left for you to do at this point is continue to visualize yourself in the end result. Let it go. Continue to visualize, let it go. Don't press. Don't keep calling the post office. Don't keep calling universe. Let it go. Keep visualizing, but let it go. You can't keep on pressing and expect it to happen. Trust the process. All right. Did you get any value out of that? I hope so. And if so, you know how I say, squeeze that like button. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Hey, you still rocking with me at this point? You already know I appreciate you. Let's go.